to my channel, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are talking all about what I like to call vacation skin. I'm going to talk about how I fix my bad habits on vacation with my tools at home, because y'all always ask me, how do I use my tools, in what order, all of that type of stuff. So today, it's going to be a 2-day video, and I'm super excited about it. So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. Alright, so I just got back from a 6-day vacation in a place called Pagosa Springs here in Colorado. I will be the first to say that I am horrible when I'm on vacation with skincare, okay? I forget to do it, I'm having too much fun, I'm too tired at night, or we were like, you know, if you're camping, there's not like a sink to really do very much. We were staying in a cabin, but it was just so tight, and honestly, I just was like off the grid, just didn't care. Not a good decision, okay? So if you're like me, try harder, as I will, as if I ever do go on vacation again, since I know a lot of us are doing these kind of staycations just in our states. So I hope this video really helps you guys. So for the next 2 days, I'm going to show you how I repair my skin. My skin right now is extremely dry. It's missing all of its nutrients that it gets. I maybe applied nighttime skincare maybe twice. And I barely did anything in the morning. I actually forgot my hat, which is just beyond. I never do that. And so I got quite a bit more sun than I really wanted to. So my hyperpigmentation is starting to kind of creep back in a little bit because of that extra sun exposure. It's so annoying. But my skin also feels super rough. And I also didn't do any of my supplements. I don't even know what was wrong with me. If you guys are the same as me, comment below. I'm not, it's not a good thing, but it just is what it is. It's real life, and I was enjoying myself on vacation. So, to start out with, I'm going to be using my Dermaflash, and that is my first start to any kind of routine when I come back and haven't taken care of my skin. Okay, so the reason why I do this is because I want to remove the vellus hair that is on my face. I also want to do some exfoliation, and I want to make my skin look the best it possibly can for makeup application, and this is my holy grail tool. I've used it for years. All right, so this, and then I actually put it on the higher setting and get this bad boy in. Look at that. Can you see that? And it is all of that dead skin that I did not get off. I did not exfoliate once. I mean, I bring everything with me with the best intentions, but just it never happens. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. Gross. So this is what we're going to be doing. It's very important to hold the skin very taut. Look at that. Gross. Look at that. Okay, and then I just kind of collect it on a tissue down here. I'll throw that away. My little mustache is coming in. I flash, which is what they call it. I flash about every 3 weeks. Depends on how the hair growth is going, but as I'm getting older, this hair is just growing back so quickly on my face. Whew. Okay, so that is all done. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes, and a couple of things. I do not use the Dermaflash's cleanser. You don't need to use anything special, but I do use a more gel, cleanser. I do use more of a gel cleanser because you need to actually kind of get all of the oils off of your skin before you do your Dermaflash. It's just so that it actually does what it's supposed to do and gets as close as it possibly can onto the skin. I'm really upset with myself. This is now worse than it was about a month ago. That's why it's so important to reapply your SPF, wear hats. This was only from 1 day without like me being like so crazy to put a towel over my head. I mean, it just, Anyway, I'm upset with myself because I just worked so hard to get that way better than that is. If you've seen my videos, I'm just irritated. So from here, what I like to do is I like to take my essence, pick your favorite. You know, on these nights, you don't want to, that you do a Dermaflash, you do not want to use any acids. So no tretinoin, no AHAs, BHAs. You want to keep it really gentle for your skin. Very, very gentle. And so I'm just going to probably do a hydrating routine with my osmosis serums that I do, and then, you know, just extra hydration. What I do next is I will put on a hydrating mask. This one is a professional strength one, but pick your favorite. And I put this on. And then what you will do is you will, if you have some sort of light device at home, an LED light therapy device, I'm going to be using that for the next 20 minutes on my, I'm going to do the yellow and the red setting. I'm going to do 10 minutes of each, just to help combat any kind of dryness, any kind of hyperpigmentation that I just did to myself. So that is going to be my routine for tonight. And then tomorrow, which I hope that you stick with me through this video, tomorrow is going to bring in the big guns. I'm going to show you how to use my high frequency one. I am going to do definitely a lifting routine, as well as making sure that I get back on my supplements and my my products at night that I'm using for hyperpigmentation. I just need to be better about that now that I'm home. So I'm going to go use my light, and I will see you tomorrow. Hi, okay, I'm back. It's actually 2 days later, because sometimes when I use my Dermaflash, I have to wait maybe 24 hours to 48 hours before I do this next routine. It's really all about listening to your skin, you guys. You really have to listen to your skin, okay? So I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want to, damage my barrier, etc. All right, so what I do now is I actually take my at-home Microdermabrasion kit, if I can speak. It's by Trophy Skin. I have shared this with you guys like so many times. I always preface this with, it is a tool that you can use at home for microdermabrasion. I use it on the back of my arms for my KP, and I use it about, I'm not very good at using it often, but about once a month, once every 2 months, okay? But what this does is it is gonna help remove that dead layer of skin, right? It's also gonna stimulate collagen, and it also is great for hyperpigmentation, okay? But you have to be very careful on making sure that you don't overdo it, because I find when people have tools like this at home, they overuse it and they can really damage your skin. Also, if you are using any intense actives like retin-A or an intense retinol, be very mindful when you use this. I always suggest stopping your tretinoin several days before, and to not use your tretinoin for at least 3 or 4 days after, okay? So do as what you wish. I always set it on manual mode or auto mode. I'm on level 7. Love this. And this is very easy to use, but very easy to overdo. And you just want to take small passes, making sure you're holding the skin taut. Okay, it's very important that you do not pull on the skin. Do you hear it switch down? This is for the eye area. This is very, very delicate, so just be careful. Sorry, you guys, Moto's in here. And then that's all I do for the eyes, and I just let the timer run out because it literally can be real aggressive around this eye area, so I just kind of do a little bit of it, that's it. Okay, so now the neck. I don't do a lot of this. I'll just be very honest with you, because this is where you can really hurt yourself. So I go very gently, and I don't use the whole time. I just do one pass, and that is it. And then you make sure you clean your machine, alcohol, make sure you do all the necessary things to really get this machine as clean as possible. I exfoliate, and I just exfoliated 2 days ago with my Dermaflash, and look at everything that already, if you guys can see, has come up on the filter. That is all dead skin. So you can see how effective this is, and you just take this out and throw it away. All right, and then I take my Pure Daily Care. This is a high frequency wand. This high frequency wand is really fantastic. It comes with a bunch of attachments. I don't really concern myself with all those attachments. I just use this guy right here. You do not have to use gauze, but make sure if that your face is not at all wet, okay? Because you need this to kind of slip. And I use gauze because A, it oxygenates the skin. I just buy these off Amazon. The gauze helps move the oxygen and the gas that's inside of this, and it just helps it be more effective. This tool is fantastic for calming the skin. It's an anti-inflammatory. It is good for hyperpigmentation. It's great for acne. It really heals the skin. I use it on a low setting. I don't like to use anything aggressive, and I actually usually do this laying down because it's kind of hard to do it like this, but all you do is you just go like this. The only caveat is that if you have any kind of implants in the skin, you cannot use this. If you have epilepsy, I would recommend you do not use this. It does not hurt. The higher you go though, it kind of prickles a little bit more, so that'll be kind of up to you. Really calms down any redness or inflammation. I don't use the high frequency machine super often. I use it probably once a week, but if you have more of those skin types like we were talking about it, you of course can use it more often, okay? Now, what I'll do is my skin feels pretty good. It doesn't feel, you know, kind of tight or anything like that. And this is how the skin is looking. You can already see the difference between when I started this video and then to now. I'm gonna go do my light therapy for the next 20 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my red as well as my kind of orange yellow color, and I'll be right back to share with you what I do to end this routine. All right, so I just finished up my light treatment. And then just to finish this off, pick your favorite mask. No surprise to anyone else. I'm just using the Tatcha Violet C mask. And you always want to end with some sort of mask. Pick your favorite. But it really should be something that is non-abrasive. It should be something that's like, you know, moisturizing, calming, cooling, aloe, you know, that type of thing. This is a very gentle vitamin C mask that's really just about overall brightening and hydration. But yeah, you want to make sure that you do your mask after you have done all of that light therapy and your microdermabrasion and your, you know, your high frequency. Super important to make sure that you treat the skin afterwards and just make sure that you are protecting that barrier of the skin. All right, so I literally leave this on for the next 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll show you what skincare I use after this and a few last tidbits. See you in a second. All right, so the mask is off. Just to really round this out, sorry, it's kind of a little bit of a long video, but you can already see the small, it's melasma, okay? So it takes a long time, as we've always talked about, to get rid of, and I did myself in with this vacation and too much sun. But you can already see an improvement in the skin texture for sure, skin quality for sure, and the hyperpigmentation surface, I would say, on the surface. The stuff that I could get off with the microdermabrasion and that type of stuff. As I'm putting on my skincare, I'll talk you through it, but I'll give you a couple last little leaving, you know, tidbits. I'm going to use my Tatcha Essence for hydration. If you don't have a microdermabrasion machine, you can obviously go to a professional. It's relatively inexpensive now, and have that done. I would say probably every 4 weeks if you are really trying to treat melasma, liver spots, things like that. You know, or every 2 months, whatever your skin can tolerate. It's really skin specific on if you have sensitive skin, etc. You don't want to ever do microdermabrasion on open acne or wounds or anything like that. I'm going to use my Stem Factor from Osmosis. Now, before you put your skincare on, if you really want to do some more anti-aging, you can use your Guasa tool. I have a whole video on how to lift the face and to do lymphatic drainage with the Guasa tool. Just have to put in Guasa on my channel and it'll pop up. If I remember, I will try my best to put it in the description box. You can also use any of your, like your New Face microcurrent machines, Zip. New Face just came out with this, which I'm continuously trying. I really am enjoying it, but it's kind of more of a quick fix. I'll show you in a video if you guys really want me to. It would be a short video. You could use your Clarisonic facial massaging tool, whatever you want to do, and then put your skincare on. I'm going to mix my Correct, which is my vitamin A, my Rescue, and my Catalyst AC11. It's just my normal routine. Now, I will not, for the next several days, I'd say at least 3 days, I will not use any acids on the skin. So I won't use any acid toners. I won't use any acid creams. If I was to use tretinoin, which I don't, I'm not going to be using that for the next several days, because you have to remember what we just did is we literally, like, it was a very nice, thorough exfoliation routine. And so your skin just needs a break from all of the other acids that you might use or any other types of exfoliation. You want to just give yourself, your skin a second to breathe. Make sure you don't get too much sun. Really load up on that SPF, especially just because, again, we've taken off several layers of our skin, or the top layer of our skin. All right, a little lip balm, eye cream. Now, just to kind of finish this off, this is not something that I do on a regular basis because the skin would be completely destroyed if you were to do all of that all the time. So really listen to your skin. It's something that I do when like I said in the beginning of this video, when I really just lack taking control and taking care of my skin, which doesn't happen often. But I feel like as I'm getting older, I obviously am needing to be a little bit more active in these kind of more different treatments on a little more regular basis, and especially since I just really did a number on my skin with that vacation. My skin just needed it. I basically just gave myself like a professional facial. All right, just a little bit of moisturizer. And then for the next several days, like I said, I'm gonna pretty much stay out of the sun. I'm gonna wear hats if I have to be out in the sun, etc. So just take care of that skin. I think you can obviously see, obviously I've applied skincare, but the glow is back. My skin actually feels bouncy again. Like we already talked about, there is a little bit more improvement in the hyperpigmentation on my skin, as well as the overall tone, texture, and brightness of my skin. So I will list everything in the description box below. The only thing I won't list is the light therapy device that I use, because it is spa grade and not everybody can get it. But those are a dime a dozen, all over the place. I'm sure you have your own, and so that's the only one I won't list below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it also taught you how to use your machines that you might have at your house, because I have talked about these machines probably for the last, I don't know, year or two. So you probably have something that's similar, or these ones, and now you know how to use them. All right, so thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.